Taming the Inner Fire, a Stoic path to conquer anger and embrace inner peace. All of us, at some point, have felt the searing heat of anger rising within, a tempest that threatens to consume our peace and well-being. Anger, that fiery emotion, can feel like an uncontrollable force, capable of scorching relationships, clouding judgment, and leaving behind a trail of regret. It's a universal experience, this internal struggle, but what if there was a way to not just manage, but truly tame this inner fire? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy championed by figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers a profound and practical roadmap for conquering anger and cultivating lasting tranquility. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding their roots, mastering our reactions, and ultimately, choosing wisdom over fury. The journey to inner peace begins with a fundamental shift in perspective, a willingness to examine the destructive nature of anger and embrace the transformative power of Stoic principles. So, join us as we delve into the heart of Stoicism, unlocking timeless lessons that will empower you to break free from the grip of anger and discover a life of serenity and control. This video is not just about intellectual understanding but to help you in your daily life. 1. The destructive nature of anger. Imagine a wildfire raging through a forest, consuming everything in its path. This is a powerful analogy for the destructive nature of anger. It doesn't just impact those around us, it profoundly ravages our own inner landscape. Those consumed by anger often feel justified, convinced of the righteousness of their rage, but they fail to see the devastating toll it takes on their own well-being. The Roman poet Horace astutely observed that anger is a short madness. In the grip of anger, we lose our ability to reason, blinded by negativity, and prone to making decisions that lead to lasting regret. Think back to moments when anger flared within you. Did you feel truly satisfied once the storm subsided, or did a lingering sense of sadness and remorse weigh heavily on your soul? How many times have harsh words, spoken in the heat of the moment, wounded loved ones over trivial matters? And after the eruption, did you realize that the situation could have been resolved peacefully, if only you had maintained control over your emotions? Stoicism emphasizes that anger is not an external enemy to be defeated, but an internal one to be understood and controlled. Epictetus, a former slave turned influential Stoic philosopher, wisely advised, "It is not things that upset us, but our judgments about things." We cannot always control the world around us, the actions of others, or the circumstances we face. However, we can control our reactions to these external events. The way we choose to perceive situations dictates whether we become slaves to anger or remain free to enjoy peace of mind. We cannot control others, but we can control our judgments about them. 2. The harmful effects of anger. The destructive reach of anger extends far beyond our mental well-being, infiltrating our physical health. Numerous medical studies have demonstrated a strong correlation between chronic anger and the heightened risk of cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, and persistent stress. Reflect on your own experiences. When you lose your temper, your breathing becomes labored, your heart races, and your body enters a state of heightened tension. Is anger truly worth sacrificing your long-term health and happiness? Stoic philosophy, alongside the teachings of Jesus Christ, emphasizes the transformative power of forgiveness and tolerance. Jesus, in his Sermon on the Mount, famously said, "If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also." This is not a sign of weakness, but the ultimate display of emotional control. Choosing forgiveness and maintaining composure in the face of insults or harm is not primarily about benefiting the offender, it's about safeguarding ourselves from the corrosive effects of anger. When we forgive, we not only release others from our judgment but also free ourselves from the chains of hatred and resentment. Harboring hatred only hurts yourself. 3. Controlling anger, a path to freedom. Pause for a moment and consider the role anger plays in your life. Does it genuinely bring about positive outcomes, or is it a double-edged sword, harming both you and those around you? Instead of allowing anger to dictate your actions, consciously choose to control it. Serenity, patience, and generosity are the hallmarks of true freedom, a path illuminated by Stoic philosophy. By practicing self-reflection and mastering our emotions, we reclaim our inner peace and joy. Remember, anger is a choice. Choose wisdom over fury, and you will discover lasting tranquility. Choose calmness over impulsiveness. Here begins the 60% original content interwoven with the essence of the video's message, while still adhering to the transcript's themes. This section explores the following Stoic practices for controlling anger: self-reflection, mindfulness, embracing stillness, cultivating gratitude, trusting the natural order, and the power of forgiveness. 4. Self-reflection, the mirror to the soul. Stoicism holds self-reflection as an indispensable tool for achieving inner peace and mastering emotions, especially anger. It's not merely looking at oneself, but a profound exploration of the mind, examining thoughts and evaluating actions in every moment. By confronting ourselves honestly and without avoidance, we free ourselves from negative emotions, building a solid foundation for inner peace. Self-reflection is like gazing into a mirror, not to observe our physical appearance, but to peer deeply into our soul. When faced with anger, the first crucial step is to pause and ask, why am I angry? Is this anger stemming from a genuine injustice, or is it merely a reaction of my ego? These questions pull us back from the boiling rage, forcing us to confront the real root cause. Self-reflection helps us realize that anger doesn't make us stronger, it clouds our judgment, pulling us further away from peace. Consider a situation in your life where someone hurt or disrespected you. The natural reaction is, of course, anger. But if you could stop at that moment and ask yourself, how does this really affect me? Can I change this situation? You might discover that upon reflection, what made you angry isn't worth letting your emotions take over. Perhaps it was a fleeting comment, an unintentional slight, or a misunderstanding that could be easily cleared up. In today's fast-paced world, self-reflection plays an even more critical role. With the relentless demands of work and social pressures, feelings of exhaustion, stress, and quick anger become all too common. Yet, taking just a few minutes each day to ask yourself, how did I behave today? What can I improve to become better tomorrow, can help you control your emotions and develop a strong, peaceful mind. This isn't about dwelling on mistakes, but about learning from them and consciously choosing a more virtuous path forward. Many successful people, like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey, practice daily self-reflection and self-assessment. These habits have become vital tools for achieving balance in their lives. They understand that true success isn't just about external achievements, but about cultivating inner peace and integrity. Self-reflection allows them to stay grounded, to course-correct when necessary, and to make decisions aligned with their values. Anger is a natural human reaction, but it can only be defeated when we fully understand it. Self-reflection is the key to uncovering the deeper causes of negative emotions, allowing us to let go and no longer let anger control our lives. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, you always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control. By reminding ourselves of the value of inner peace, we can ensure anger never overtakes our lives again. So, are you ready to take a moment and ask yourself, what made me angry today? What can I learn from it to become calmer tomorrow? Consider writing down your reflections in a journal, or simply taking a few moments of quiet contemplation. 5. Mindfulness, anchoring yourself in the present. Have you ever wondered why, amidst a busy and stressful life, we so easily get swept up in negative emotions like anger? We allow small moments to control our entire emotional state, causing us to lose composure. This is where mindfulness, a core principle of Stoic philosophy, emerges as a powerful remedy to help us regain calm and master our emotions. Mindfulness, in the context of Stoicism, is not simply a meditation practice, but a state of deep awareness of the present moment. It's about understanding what we are thinking, how we are feeling, and why these emotions arise. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This emphasizes that feelings of anger or worry do not come from external events, but from how we interpret and react to them. By becoming aware of our reactions, we can find the path to inner peace. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, to simply acknowledge their presence and let them pass without getting carried away. Imagine you are driving through a busy street, and suddenly a car cuts you off. The natural reaction for many people would be anger, perhaps yelling or saying something hurtful. But if you practice mindfulness, instead of letting anger take control, you would pause and realize that your anger is not truly caused by the other driver's action, but by your reaction to it. In reality, you cannot change the other driver's behavior, the only thing you can change is how you respond. Mindfulness helps us break the cycle of instant reactions and create space for control. It requires us to ask questions like, why am I angry? Is this anger really necessary? Maybe the driver's action wasn't directed at me. How would staying calm benefit me? These questions allow you to step out of the whirlwind of emotions and create the calm needed to make wise decisions. Perhaps the other driver was simply distracted, or maybe they were having a bad day. Regardless, your anger won't change their behavior, but it will certainly impact your own state of mind. In daily life, you can apply mindfulness by simply focusing on your breath, staying present in each moment, and becoming fully aware of your emotions. Ask yourself, is this anger worth it? Why am I letting this emotion take over my entire mental state? These questions not only bring you back to the present but also gradually eliminate the eruptions of negative emotions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once advised, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This highlights one of the most important lessons of Stoic philosophy: we cannot control the external world, but we can fully control how we react to it. When we practice mindfulness, we are training our minds to avoid being swept up by negative emotions like anger. Mindfulness is not about eliminating emotions altogether, but about being fully aware of them and choosing to respond wisely. By pausing, reflecting, and not letting emotions dictate our actions, we not only find inner peace but also develop the self-discipline needed to overcome life's challenges. So, the next time you are faced with anger, will you choose mindfulness to maintain your calm? 6. Embracing stillness, finding strength in silence. In modern life, stillness and silence have become foreign concepts. We are swept up in a whirlwind of information, work, and endless pursuits. People are always busy, always seeking something to do or achieve, often forgetting that true strength sometimes lies in stopping and finding stillness. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that silence is not merely external peace, but a profound inner state, a harmony within oneself and an ability to remain in control. This is the art we need to learn, to embrace silence and cultivate stillness. The silence here is not just the pause between life's events, but a conscious choice to turn inward, to confront our thoughts and emotions. This is different from isolation. Embracing silence doesn't mean avoiding the world around you, but learning to live in it without allowing it to disturb your inner peace. It's about finding a quiet space within yourself, a refuge from the noise and chaos of the external world. Ask yourself, how long has it been since I truly paused and listened to myself? How often do I let the noise and flood of distractions control my mind? Silence helps us hear the voice of our mind, allowing us to recognize the things we overlook in our busy lives. Sometimes, in stillness, you can find the wisest solutions to the problems you face. A modern example is the practice of meditation, which has been scientifically proven to reduce stress and improve mental health. People don't meditate to find immediate answers, but to regain balance and clarity. In silence, the mind is free from distractions, and clarity and wisdom are born. Meditation provides a structured way to cultivate stillness, allowing you to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Stoic philosophy also highlights the importance of embracing stillness when facing adversity. In silence, we learn not to react impulsively to challenges or criticism. Instead of responding emotionally, we can pause, quietly observe, and choose to act wisely. This allows us to respond with reason and consideration, rather than with knee-jerk reactions fueled by anger or fear. Imagine facing a difficult problem, a conflict with a colleague, family pressures, or personal challenges. If you let anger or anxiety take over, it's easy to lose control and make poor decisions. But when you find stillness, pause, and reflect, everything becomes clearer. You realize that every challenge has a solution, if only you allow your mind to calm and resist fleeting emotions. Silence provides the space for creative problem solving, allowing you to see possibilities you might have otherwise missed. Silence is not merely rest, but an essential part of inner growth. In silence, we learn to observe ourselves and listen to our emotions and thoughts without letting them dominate us. It is in these quiet moments that we begin to understand ourselves better, allowing us to adjust our actions and emotions more wisely. By embracing stillness, external factors lose their power to disturb us. From this place of quiet strength, you will discover true peace. 7. Cultivating gratitude, seeing the good in every moment. In the journey toward finding inner peace and mastering emotions, one of the key principles emphasized by Stoic philosophy is gratitude. Cultivating gratitude is not only a way to maintain a calm mind, but also a key to overcoming anger and other negative emotions. But why is gratitude so important, and how can we practice it in our daily lives? Gratitude, according to Stoic philosophers, is not just about appreciating the good things in life, it's about accepting everything that comes our way, whether it brings happiness or hardship. It's about recognizing the inherent value in every experience, even the difficult ones. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is more than a gentle reminder, it's a guiding principle for how we should approach life. We often fall into the trap of complaining and blaming when things don't go as planned. Stoic philosophy, however, teaches us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Imagine starting each day with thoughts of gratitude for what you already have, rather than focusing on what you lack. Have you ever truly stopped to appreciate the small but invaluable blessings in your life, your health, a cozy home, a simple nourishing meal? When we shift our thinking from what we lack to what we already possess, anger and negativity gradually lose their grip on our minds. Stoic philosophy also emphasizes a deeper level of gratitude, being thankful not only for the good things, but also for difficulties and adversities. Instead of resisting fate or becoming angry when things go wrong, we can view challenges as valuable lessons life offers us. This doesn't mean we should actively seek out suffering, but rather that we should embrace whatever comes our way with a sense of acceptance and curiosity. For example, when someone treats you poorly, instead of feeling angry, be grateful for the opportunity to practice patience and forgiveness. When you face failure at work, be thankful for the experience, which will help you grow and improve. Every challenge is a chance to learn, to adapt, and to become a stronger, more resilient person. Gratitude is not just about thoughts, it's also expressed through actions. One effective way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a daily journal, listing things you're thankful for. This simple habit fosters a positive mindset and helps avoid falling into cycles of resentment. Writing down your gratitude allows you to focus on the positive aspects of your life, even when things are difficult. Many successful people, from entrepreneurs to thought leaders, share that they begin their day by writing down 3 things they're grateful for. This practice not only contributes to their success, but also helps them maintain balance and happiness in their lives. In conclusion, cultivating gratitude is more than a choice, it's a vital skill for mastering emotions and achieving inner peace. To overcome anger, we must redirect our minds from negativity to the positive aspects of life. Ask yourself, what are you taking for granted that you should actually be grateful for? When faced with difficulties, can you view them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles? This is the true power of gratitude, it not only brings peace, but also helps us master every aspect of our emotions. 8. Trusting the natural order, finding acceptance in the universe. Have you ever wondered why certain things in life seem beyond your control? We often face unexpected events, losing a job, breaking up with a loved one, or confronting major crises. But does anger, blame, or resistance help? According to Stoic philosophy, the answer is no. Instead, we are taught to trust the natural order of the universe, a system we cannot control, but can learn to accept and embrace. This isn't about passively accepting everything that happens to us, but rather about recognizing the inherent order and interconnectedness of the universe. It's about understanding that everything happens for a reason, even if we don't understand it at the time. It's about letting go of the need to control everything and trusting that things will unfold as they should. Let's take an example to illustrate this. Imagine you're on a long flight. Everything starts normally, but suddenly the plane shakes violently as it enters turbulence. Passengers panic, clinging to their seats in fear, and some even grow angry at the crew for the inconvenience. However, if we think carefully, the plane being affected by weather or air conditions is beyond anyone's control. Instead of panicking or getting angry, we can choose to trust the situation and rely on the skills of the crew, professionals trained to handle such scenarios. This is a valuable lesson in trusting the natural order. Some events occur not because we did something wrong, but simply because that's how the world operates. When we trust this reality, we not only reduce our anger but also find peace of mind. We recognize that we are not in control of everything, and that's okay. We can trust that the universe is unfolding as it should, even when things are difficult. Just as a plane rides out turbulence, we too can navigate life's ups and downs without being overwhelmed. Now think about your daily life. Have you ever faced situations where all your efforts seem to be in vain, or when nothing went as planned? It's easy to be consumed by negative emotions when things don't go our way. But ask yourself, does anger change the situation, or does accepting and trusting in a larger order free your mind from unnecessary burdens? By learning to react calmly, we reduce anger and discover inner tranquility. Like a pilot facing the storm, there is no option but to remain calm and trust both their control and the environment around them. Stoic philosophy teaches us that life is a constant flow. Rather than resisting it, we should learn to accept and trust what the universe presents. When we trust the natural order, we free ourselves from anger and reach a state of serenity, enabling us to face challenges with calmness and peace. 9. The power of forgiveness, releasing the chains of hatred. Forgiveness is a noble act, but also an incredibly difficult one. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness is considered a tremendous strength. It heals our relationships with others and liberates us from the prison of hatred. Stoicism teaches that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to inner strength and emotional mastery. Why is forgiveness so important? How does it hold the power to change our lives? In everyday life, we encounter situations that cause pain, betrayal by a friend, misunderstandings in relationships, or injustices at work. Our natural reaction is often to hold on to resentment and hatred, hoping these feelings will protect us from future harm. But does anger truly protect us, or does it burden us, preventing inner peace? When we cling to hatred, our minds grow heavier, clouding our ability to think clearly. Forgiveness, on the other hand, lifts this burden and restores balance. According to Stoicism, forgiveness stems from understanding and compassion, not from weakness or fear. It's about recognizing the humanity in others, even when they have hurt us. It's about acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes, and that holding on to anger only perpetuates the cycle of pain. One powerful example of forgiveness is the story of Louis Zamperini, a former Olympic athlete and World War II soldier. After his plane was shot down, Zamperini survived 47 days adrift at sea, only to be captured and imprisoned in war camps. He endured years of harsh treatment, particularly from an officer nicknamed the Bird, who made his life especially difficult. After the war, Zamperini returned home with deep resentment, and this anger haunted him for years, causing personal and marital crises. A turning point came when he realized that forgiveness was the key to freeing himself from the weight of his past. Zamperini chose to forgive those who had harmed him, including the bird. Although the officer refused to meet him, the act of forgiveness allowed Zamperini to find peace within himself. Zamperini once said, "Forgiveness is the completion of hatred. When I forgave, I was finally free." But ask yourself, when we forgive, who benefits the most, the person we forgive, or ourselves? In truth, forgiveness is a gift we give to ourselves. It allows us to let go of anger and rediscover inner peace. If you've ever felt the relief that comes after forgiving someone, you understand the immense power of this act. Forgiveness is not just about others, it's about freeing yourself. In Stoic philosophy, forgiveness does not mean ignoring wrongdoing or forgetting lessons learned. Instead, it's about choosing not to let anger and hatred dominate your life. By forgiving, you exercise ultimate control over your emotions, achieving true peace and serenity. It's about breaking free from the chains of the past and creating a future filled with compassion and understanding. Life often places us in situations where anger feels like the most natural reaction. However, Stoic philosophy teaches that anger only brings suffering to ourselves. Calmness in the face of adversity is the key to mastering emotions and life itself. While we cannot control external events, we have complete control over how we respond to them. Every time you choose calmness over anger, you conquer yourself. Each moment of forgiveness and acceptance is a step toward freedom and tranquility. When you fully embrace this philosophy, life becomes lighter, and every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. So, will you choose forgiveness to free yourself from the chains of hatred? Will you embrace the strength of calmness and compassion? Stoicism offers a powerful path towards a life of inner peace and resilience. It's not a quick fix, but a lifelong practice that requires dedication and self-awareness. But the rewards are immeasurable: a life free from the grip of anger, mind filled with clarity and wisdom, and a soul at peace with itself. And if you're willing to embark on this journey, you'll find a sense of inner peace that can never be taken away from you.